We welcome you to Week 16 here at the Gone Broke Racing V8 Supercars Championship. This week we travel to France at the historic track Rouen-Les-Essarts. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Stinky sets the pole with a 148.828. Seahawks P2, F1 in third, and Boza fourth. As we go down the rest of the lineup, this track is a very historic track. Used to be a Formula One course back in the 60s. This layout is approximately 3.4 miles, and it consists of 13 corners, including a very tricky hairpin, and somewhat narrow, but a very fast track, so there will be plenty of passing opportunities, but you'll have to be very cautious when making the pass, because one tire going off into the grass or gravel will send these cars spinning. Let's head down to the start-finish line. 22 cars on the grid. We're underway, and that's Lead Sled gets a really slow start. His cars go sailing by him on the right side. And Stinky leads him through turns 1 and 2 with Hawks right behind him. And one of the cars did touch the wall there. And this is a tough chicane. Luckily there's just a tire wall in front of there. Stinky went right through the tires on his first lap. Cold tires. Makes it tough for these cars to turn these first couple laps till they warm up. And as they go through the turn 4 hairpin, a couple cars go off. That's Old Slow Fred goes sideways. So a little bit of chaos here early on towards the middle and back of the pack. This is a long 32-lap race, so these drivers will need to settle in and get into their groove if they hope to make it through the entire race. This is a cool shot. Come through the sweeping corners here. They're coming into that corner at about 150 to 160 miles per hour. The car power slides through. Battle heating up between Rich and Boza. This is for fourth. Coming through the last turn before the start-finish line. And that's newcomer Sweeney hits the wall. He'll have some front damage. And Rich takes advantage of that draft coming down that long front straight. And he will make the pass stick and move up to fourth. We'll keep an eye on that battle as the race continues, because those two drivers are very evenly matched. And couple cars side by side, and that's Ten Bear goes sideways into the wall. More cars crashing. Tony Diamond, Lawyer, Rob MC. So lap 2, we've already seen about 4 or 5 cars with some heavy damage, and they're going to have to get to the pits early on. Ten Bear's reporting he has major front damage. His race is over. That's very unfortunate. Here's a replay on board with Lawyer. Let's see what happened here. So Ten Bear did get in the grass and went sideways, and there was another completely separate accident up ahead. And looks like Lawyer and Tony were just along for the ride there and weren't able to avoid it. Lap 4. So our father-son duo here, Wolf and Custom. And Wolf trying to take advantage of the slipstream. But Custom does a nice job hanging on, but he goes too wide, hits the wall. Somehow keeps his momentum going. Nice bit of driving to keep that car going, but he does it again, goes off track a second time, so I think he's starting to feel the pressure from his old man, pushing him along. So we'll keep an eye on this as the race continues as well. It's good stuff. And Rich and Boza continue to be bumper to bumper, and they've really narrowed the gap on F1, so we got a three-way battle for third here. And Boza makes a bold move to the inside, way overshoots the corner, totally misses his braking point, goes off. Luckily didn't hit either of those two cars, but he'll drop from, I believe, 4th spot, and now he'll be back into 6th. So he'll have his work cut out for him. And Von Killer currently in 10th, running a very solid race so far. He's got Sweeney closing in on him. And Vaughn loses the back end there. Again, another victim of braking too late at the hairpin. That's a tricky one. And that'll drop him back to 13th. This is Old Slow Fred closing the gap on Von Killer after his off earlier. And once again, Vaughn brakes too late and locks him up. And that'll allow Fred to get by and move up another position. And the battle between Wolf and Custom continues. Wolf's been hounding Custom for several laps now. Coming up on the dreaded hairpin. And Wolf sideswipes Custom in the hairpin. Blatant move. Custom may have a very valid argument after that impact. He'll drop a couple spots. But due to the relationship, he may not make that argument. We'll see what happens. And Stinky has a good 5-second lead over Hawks. Kind of see the gap there. Both these drivers have done a very nice job. No mistakes thus far, but still half the race left to go. And lap 17, Hawks will make his pit stop. Stinky pitted just one lap previously, so Hawk currently had the lead. And what's this? Somebody is in Seahawks pit stall. That's Robbie Racer. For some reason, he is parked in Seahawks pit. The pit crew scrambling, trying to get that car serviced, and wow, this is very unfortunate for Seahawks. He's going to lose several seconds. And as you can see, there goes Stinky. So I think any chance Hawks had of catching Stinky today just went out the window. And lap 18, Boza and Kelly pit, came in at the same time. Boza was running in 4th. And looks like Kelly's pit crew did a nice job and will clearly beat Boza out of the pits and will move up a position. So you can see just how important a role the pit crews play in this series. And this is a three-way battle for 10th between Tony, Vaughn, and Lawyer. Side by side into turn 13. Gets Vaughn a little loose, and Tony will get by. And Lawyer makes a nice move to the inside. Side by side, power sliding through turn 1. Great pass by Lawyer. He moved up 2 positions in a matter of 2 corners. Excellent driving. And Rich continuing to push F1 for the 3rd position. And Rich will make the pass if he can get the car to stop at the hairpin, and he does. Keep an eye on that battle as well, as I don't think F1's done. And I just want to mention Jarhead here. He's been running 7th position most of the race so far, but has run a very clean race. Nicely done. And Kelly and Boza continue to battle. As you recall, Kelly beat Boza out of the pits, and Kelly gets sideways, and that will allow Boza to retake that position, and Kelly gives it right back. And after Rich made the pass earlier on F1, he has to have a second pit. Apparently he's a little bit low on fuel. So for good news for F1, that'll move him back up into 3rd. And a driver I have not mentioned much this race, Helios, he had an unfortunate accident earlier, was running in last place, but he's been able to move his way up in the field as he's battling Sweeney here. This is for 13th. Valuable points at stake, especially for Helios, who's shooting for a top 5 finish this season. As you can see, it's getting darker by the minute. Final lap. Current leader Stinky has about a 25-second lead over Hawks. Whoa! Trying to get around a lap car, hits the wall. It looked like he did too much damage, but he will hold on for his 13th victory of the season. Seahawks also working through some lap traffic. He will take 2nd. Yet another victory escapes him. F1 will round out the podium in 3rd. Boza a solid 4th. And Kelly will finish 5th. Congratulations to Stinky. Very nice race today. Made no mistakes. Well, except the very last lap, but that didn't matter. Here are your results. And the current standings with just 2 races to go, as you can see, Stinky has a 301-point lead over Seahawks. With only 2 races to go, there's only 250 points at stake. Therefore, Stinky has wrapped up and locked in his 2nd consecutive V8 Supercars championship. So congratulations to Stinky, well deserved. He has absolutely dominated this season, no doubt about it. There'll be plenty of positions left at stake next week when we travel to Albert Park. Thanks for joining us.